So, when perusing the ever-growing list of weapons that I've got to cover for Through the Ages, I spotted a weapon family that didn't really fit that series mould, so I thought I'd give them their own video, the Xm8 family. They featured only in a few Battlefield games, but they seem to have really left this lasting print in the memories of many of you who've put time into the Bad Company series. The weapons featured heavily in both the first and second games in the spin-off, and we've got a good amount of the whole family to play with as well. Now, I'll be honest, I didn't play a huge amount of Bad Company 1. I completed the campaign and I played maybe about 30 hours of multiplayer, if my memory serves me correctly. It was my first true multiplayer shooter experience, so I don't honestly have that much memory of the Xm8 in the game, but according to various Battlefield wiki pages around the internet, 3 variants were present in that game. The Xm8 Assault Rifle, the Xm8 Compact, which was a variant for the Engineer class, and the Xm8 LMG, which is a machine gun. As the Bad Company series of games is a spin-off from the core numbered Battlefield series, it's not surprising then that the variants made the jump from Bad Company 1 to Bad Company 2. All 3 variants made it. But other than Battlefield Play for Free, which is very much its own standalone title, the guns never made an appearance again. It's like this group of guns right here is the Bad Company weapon family, not likely to be rolled out again until DICE decide the time is right. And who knows when that's going to be. But in Bad Company 2, where I'm currently drinking in the nostalgia by the gallon, I absolutely love this game. Let's start with the Xm8 Assault. The weapon functioned very similarly to its appearance in the original Bad Company game. It offered a well-balanced middle ground of all of the rifles that you could pick from, but reduced its rather large magazine size of 50 rounds. That's right, in Bad Company 1 this gun had 50 rounds in a magazine. It's now down to something much more appropriate for the setting, just 30 rounds. Players needed 3,000 points recorded on their progression system before access was given to the rifle, and due to its easily manageable recoil and great accuracy at range, its appearance in the rush game mode, where lines of sight were usually quite long, that was pretty popular. You can pair it with the red dot sight and the 4x ACOG scope as well, making those longer range kills a little bit easier to achieve. Now, I never really used the Xm8 Assault all that much. It wasn't my favourite assault rifle. I preferred the F2000, and that was because that weapon just had an amazing sound when you fired it. I was much more partial to the Xm8 Compact, which is still technically an assault rifle, but as the name suggests, it is a compact variant, which is suppressed, so that fits in well with the Engineer class, and that's where this weapon sits. It almost acts like a PDW, but technically it is still an assault rifle. The Compact offered a middling damage, 16.7 at close range, which was higher than weapons like the PP2000, but lower than the UMP. It offered a middling rate of fire at 750 rounds a minute, and a best-in-class reload time actually, but overall it just mimicked its bigger brother, the larger assault rifle, by being a middle-of-the-road weapon. You could attach a 4x optic on there, but it wouldn't really help you. Damage dropped off to its lowest point at just 40 meters, so it really was intended for close-range combat. And that's exactly what H&K designed it to do. Its compact size made it more portable, easier to handle in those types of situations. Here in Bad Company 2, it falls right into line with all of the other Engineer weapons, minus the Scar-L, which was just massive in comparison. The Xm8 LMG follows that same pattern in the support class as its siblings before it. It's got good damage, which is not too high and not too low. It's got a good rate of fire that's not too high and not too low. But it does have a very competitive reload time, only this time being beaten out by the MG36. But if you put the stats of the Xm8 LMG and the MG36 side by side, they're almost exactly the same weapon. There's not a huge amount to tell them apart. When I'd finished looking at the statistics for the Xm8 family, it did leave me wondering why people like them so much, and even in my own opinion, why I actually liked the Xm8 Compact so much when there are much better weapons out there that you could probably use. All of the weapons in the Xm8 family sit in the middle of their respective classes. They make compromises one way and compromises the other, and overall you could probably say they are the most balanced weapons available in Bad Company 2. So the only conclusion that I can really come to as to why people like these weapons so much is the looks. They do look very different. They aren't blocky, they're curved and sleek. They're almost futuristic. And that was kind of the point when they were designed by H&K. The Xm8 platform was originally developed to replace the AR-15 platform in the United States Army. It was designed to replace the famous M16 and M4 carbine. The platform was designed to be lighter, cheaper and more efficient than what was already in use, but unfortunately the US Army never took on the design, and improvements to the project have since been cancelled. There is no denying though that the weapons do look very cool. They definitely stand out and look different to a lot of others on the market. And maybe it's that signature curve to the top of the barrel that people remember, and the reason they want to see it in another Battlefield game. I would be surprised if we didn't see this come back at some point. When DICE decide that they want to make the sequel to Bad Company 2, we all want Bad Company 3, I think. I don't know when that's going to be made, but I'm pretty confident that the Xm8 will be in that game. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave me some thoughts in the comments down below. Let me know your feels about the Xm8. But until next time, my name is Westy, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.